there. We're there. Alrighty. Hey, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Except today we're unboxing it. And what we are unboxing is the Trumpeter Focke-Wulf 200 C-3 Condor. Now, about that, the reason I got it as a kit, excuse me, mate, there's some decals I'm actually looking for that pertain to this kit, is because, no, not there either. I have the decals somewhere for either of Hitler or Himmler's personal transport, which was a Condor. Now, and deplorable though they are, now here's our kit, by the way. Let's face it, they're big cheeses in the wonderful world of World War II. So here's our kit. All right, now, is there no, there is no tape. I'm just having a flick up there. My eyes flick upwards. I'm trying to see if we've got any viewers, or how many viewers we have, depending. At the moment, we don't. Now, you're not seeing shit there, are you? Well, you're not seeing shit. You're looking at me. But you're not seeing what I'm looking at is more the point. Let me get a mouthful of coffee and we'll get down to business. Alrighty, now bringing you around. Here's our kit. Now she's clearly a bit of a big beastie. Let's have a look at the assembly instrument. What are these? Oh, I like how they've done that. These are clearly the clear canopy parts, and they've thought to wrap them nice and delicately, lest they're cotton socks. These are the decals that come with. You can make the swastika if you wish. They've gone the half swastika approach. Fair enough. Here's the bombs. Now, if I'm doing either of Himmler or Hitler's plane, I won't be utilizing these, but that's fine. Now let's start with the instruction sheets. Oops, daisy. And then when I start breaking, I'll look at the parts. Now let me get a little closer in. Now I also have, I couldn't quite find where I put the decals for Hitler's. Mind you're not starting it immediately, so it's less of an issue. Let's have a look here, shall we? Now, it's a bit of a leaflet, which is fine. How many steps are we looking at overall? Oh, they're breaking it down that way. Okay. Ooh, here we go. This is the ones they give you with it, as far as the decals and the paint schemes. The Hitler/Himmler options are more similar to this than they are to that. In fact, they're the same, aren't they? Roughly. They're just one colour up top, I think, is the dealio. But we'll worry about that on another occasion. Ooh, look at this. My kids. There's lots of detail here. Now, right. These, I would suggest, I'll zoom you in. All right, here we go. Now you'll notice there's all these on the main area. Problem, such as problem it is that I would suggest that that is purely a for the military configuration as it would stand up. So, to that end, that is my suggestion. I wouldn't put them in, and I might want to try and make a suitable, see if I can get a picture or something of this proper actual seating arrangement. That, again, I'd need a bit more of an assessment. It looks like it could be a galley. Given that it was an airliner, possibly. I'll need to find out what these are. But ultimately, I would probably try and make a seating sort of arrangement for the aircraft in question. Hang on. Zoom out a bit. Now, so that's for stage one. That's 3. Hang on. Oh, 1, 2, 3. 1. Okay, and then of course, naturally enough, you would put the. Now they've got them coming in from the windows from the outside, which I much prefer for a horse, mostly on account. Well, or do I? It'll make it potentially easier for varnishing. Now let's see what number 3 does. Okay, it's just wings. Boom. Very much a standard little op. Now, I don't think it gets too complex after that. Not really. It's more going to be in the detailing. Yeah. All very standard sort of stuff, guys. Now we're going to have a bit of a look-see at. Here's the main. This is a bit different. Here we go. Okay, here. Zoom in just a little. Right, so there's our wheel. Here's the frame. Every frame on every aircraft is slightly different, and that's fine. And in this instance, we can have a bit of fun detailing that, I say. We've got a couple of little springs there for suspension, a bit of a frame. Now, here's a question. Do they give us a color guide? No. Doesn't matter. I guess what they're suggesting is that you use this as your guide. Yeah, whatever, man. Now, okay, interesting. And I can see how you just do this fine. You just shut those if you wanted to. If you wanted to. What's the dealio here? So it looks like there's this big gap. What goes there? Torpedo things. Now, this all becomes very relevant. And there's the bottom machine gun thing that goes under there. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to zoom out for a moment. Let's have a look at this kit, shall we? Now, I'll just have a bit of an overall gander. Okay, here's our wings. They are all very standard. The detail's fairly clear on them. Nothing particularly about that. Yeah, it's pleasant looking. Now, actually, here's something that might be a bit more interesting. Now we're getting into some good stuff. Ooh, I like that. Okay, time for the scissors. Time to show you guys a bit of good stuff happening, because they've got a really nice dashboard here, and the bulkheads are looking very nice. I'm kind of curious to see a couple of other details. Give me a minute. These scissors are not the ones for the job. What are you doing, Rob? What are you doing, mate? That's a way of doing it. Probably not the best way of doing it. Now, I'll zoom in on some of the stuff I've just seen because it's a wee bit sexy. Now, first, God, it's a big aircraft. Wow. Okay, now they want the windows put in from the outside. Yeah, totally down with that. They've got nice solid depth. So, yeah, I'll zoom in for that. So you can see there's a nice, almost like ledge. So we'll be able to, yeah, I like that. Very pleased with that. Happy, happy, joy, joy. But the bit that had me creaming myself, not that one. Not that one. There we go. Hit focus. Look at that, kids. You can't tell me that's not a whole lot of love. Bam! It's a whole lot of love. There's detailing to be had there. We'll have joy, we'll have fun, we'll go detail in the sun. Oh my God, did I just inflict that on you good people? Yes, I did. Here's some of the bulkheads. Even there's just small stuff you can work with. Let's see what the other sides are like. Much of a muchness there on the bulkheads. Now, cockpit sides. Yeah, not much there or there. That's fine. And in many ways, that seems to be the way it rolls with a lot of these bigger aircraft. But yeah, I am very keen to get stuck into that. That'll be fun. Now, it's that. So I'll zoom you out for a moment. Now, we will. I'm generally astounded just as to how big this aircraft actually is. It's big. Yeah, it's almost like there's some like the design had compensation issues. You know what I'm talking about? While I'm here, let's have a. There are some good bits to these. Actually, here's something I'll be able to have a better understanding of, perhaps. Give me a moment. Scissor time. Have I got bigger scissors handy? You'd think so, wouldn't you? For fuck's sake. Not a wrong drawer anyway. Rob. Looking, not finding. Am I just going to rip it the way I did before? Answer, probably. Now, I don't think it's going to make that many odds at the end of the day. Oh no, it's not so bad. All right. All right. Let's have a look here. Now, the part I'm curious to have a look at, these are the bits, by the way. Okay, hang on. Yeah, that go on the middle of the floor in the normal configuration. Now, some of them I would like to put in. I might want to see about getting this, curiously, and I don't think it is, but that looks like a stove. And depending on whether or not there was a galley in personal transports, well, that's what it will become. Now, these look like more energy things. Got a nice little pack of bottles here that I can, yeah, there's little bits and bobs. This is the floor itself. Nothing too exciting on that. Be that as it may. Now, once I've finished looking at all the parts, we're going to see if we can, because I've got a whole stack of decals. The overtone will be a bit of a thing to check out. Show you all the decals I have collected. Now, these are the wings, which again, nothing particularly exciting. Just, actually, I'll be curious to see how the engines, where are the engines? Ooh, look at that, chunky for a punky fuselage. Oh, they've gone the same way as Italeri did. Italeri have a similar wheel bay wing fuselage configuration on the C-47 I've been doing, and it's actually a bit of a pain in the ass as a methodology. And they've got that again, or I'll be using a similar methodology again, and grumble, grumble, grumble. Now, aha! Oh, really? Just knocked over a bin. Fortunately, it's not anything here. Ooh, let's have a look. Here we go. There's a bit of love to be had here. Let's open the bag first, shall we? Now, here's our engines. Now, what they've done there is pretty, I'd say we've got two lots of identical parts. That's pretty standard format, one wing, the other wing. And indeed we do. That's all good in the hood. All very par for the course. And what they've done with the engines is pretty sensible. You just whack the front part in. You don't worry about any of the rear part as far as painting goes. However, maybe a bit more even. There's our engine. So there's plenty of room to do some really nice detailing on that. I love detailing engines, and that one is one I'll be able to have a lot of fun with. Now, I'm trying to see if there's anything else in here that's really worth or really exciting. Seats, yeah. No, after that, it's all very standard sort of stuff. But I do like those engines. Now, next, what we'll do, put these away. Now, I'm going to leave that there for a moment, because what we're going to do now, here are a whole stack of decals. I'm hoping that somewhere in here, okay, I know they're not in there. That much I know. What do we got here? I'll pop these over to here as I go through them. This is seat belts. These are Galland. I'll be building him soon. Now, these are all 5B aces. I think that's all I've got in there. There's certainly that. This is a cracked windscreen, which I'm keeping for those glass bits. That's a whole other story. Now let's see if I've put anything inside, anything else. I am wont to do these things. I don't think. No, these are all Spitfire ones. That's fine. All right. I've got these for Douglas Bader's Spitfire 5A. The kit's nice, but I have, last time I used, it's from KP models. And last time I used them, or tried using KP models decals, they broke my heart. Now let's see, do I have anything in here? No. All right, what's, hello. Aha! This is what we are looking for. Found you. Ha! Here's an irony, in a sense. These are, yeah, baby. These are the decals for Hitler and Himmler's plane. Now, the reason I see irony, these are the decals for the only Aboriginal fighter pilot of World War II. These guys would have hated him, and they were in the same bag. All right, stoked at having found them. That's going to give us some ideas as to what are these? Jesus, man, the shit I have. Seat belts, Lancaster. Photo bitch dashboard for a Lanc. Jesus. Here's something I'll be putting to use. These are decals for, well, there's a whole range of them, but in this particular instance for Bs and BF 109 Bs and Ds. These are the 303 squadron decals, which I should also put to use. Anyway, now, oops, almost dropped them. Here are our decals that we would need to apply in the relevant circumstance. Now, okay, Himmler's was a C4. Let's look at the visual difference, if there isn't much, and it may just be, often differences are, okay, here we go. We've got a bit of a compare and contrast, happily. Right, his wouldn't have that clear area. And a shortened, okay. That's for Himmler. All right. So with that, there's a few little, what we'd need to mod is that bottom area and that gun position. It's not that hard, but that's things we'd need to do. Now, let's see. Hitler's. In many ways easier. Purely because there's absolutely no gun positions. And just seal that bit off there. Boom. I would be, in fact, I will probably do, when I get to doing the Condor, I think we'll do this one. Because again, it'll be a fairly straightforward op. And let's face it, it's deplorable though he was, Hitler was one of the biggest names in history. And there we would have him. Yeah, I think so. Like I said, again, ultimately it's going to be far easier because all we'd need to do is not put the guns in, make sure that it was even on the surface there, which would just be a lot of filing and stuff. The only tricky bit, actually, even that's not that tricky, would be getting that nice and, excuse me, got an itchy ear, smooth, boom, that's it. All right. And as a paint job, yes, it does have that color configuration of, that would be Dunkelgrün and Schwarzgrün. And I would expect that would be Hellblau on the bottom. So there we have it. There's a plan. Now as to when I'm going to get onto this. Oh, this even explains some of the what some of the decals are specifically relating to. Badge of the Focke-Wulf FW placed on the. Now here's an interesting question. Oh, that's for the flag. Okay, I'll show you what I've got these two little things there, little decal there. Yeah, all this would be Hitler's bit, and probably that one I expect he's got the biggest swastika. A couple of other bits and bobs. Okay. Now I do have options on that in terms of with this or with these decals. Aside from those, I could conceivably do again that one not so much. I could do that one straight away. Just do that straight standard, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, I reckon I'll do Hitler's. Now that's a plan. All right. Now, wow, that didn't take long. I guess unboxings don't really, do they? That's a funky little decal. I wonder whose that is. I'll show you the one I'm going, oh, that's funky about. It's them. I wonder who they're for. They are for, I would suggest, they're on Himmler's. Interesting. Does he have anything kind of funky on his, apart from the little Immelman at the front? Nah. The plot thickens. All right. Quick check on something there. Give me a moment. Okay, because they've got, I can see there's O there. Do they, in fact? Okay. Is there a second O somewhere? I think I see how this rolls. There's a 2 and a 6 there as well. No, it still doesn't make sense unless I can find another O here somewhere. Bit of Googling will fix that. Anyway, there we go. So, yeah, look, it looks pretty straightforward. The bigger challenge is going to be decking out the interior of the Condor, because, give me a moment, I'll just get the box over here so I can, heaven forbid, put stuff in it. I might as well get those out of the way. And you know what? I may as well put these in there as well, hey? Now, the bit that's probably going to be the trickiest with this build, because most of it is very straightforward by the looks, big but straightforward, is going to be, for me, decking out this. Now, whilst there are bulkheads that go in here, 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 and what I'm going to need to find out and do research on is how it was decked out, how Hitler's aircraft was decked out. That of its own will take time. Did it have an inbuilt galley? There's a question. If so, I can probably utilize one of these. That does look like a galley or something like a kitchen sort of a situation, but would you have one on an aircraft? I wouldn't have thought. For a personal transport, perhaps, and we can maybe, again, deck it out that way. But that is something I'll need to assess. Now, as I've discovered, by and large, on the actual aircraft for Hitler's, it's not going to be too hard. Now, because I'll need to file that down and fill that in. Likewise here, fill that in. Here's an interesting line, I thought, kids. Give me a moment. Oh, that's going to make it very easy. Because what happens... Give me a closer look. Where is... Give me a moment. Oh, too easy. There we go. We don't even have to do anything. It's just there to be done. Boom. It's already flat. You just glue the last portion splatch onto there. Now I'm just not going to glue that on, and then I'm done. It's just that easy. Yeah. Sweet. All right. And where it goes to those, I'll have to find, because there's obviously the torpedoes where they go, or bombs, or whichever they are. And at that stage, all I've actually got to do is find a better, smoother way to fill that gap in on the wings, which is going to be far easier overall. Yeah, totally, I'm doing that. Oh, hey, Panzer, how you doing? As you may have seen in the title, I've got myself a Condor. I'm doing a bit of an unboxing, and I've got the decals to do Hitler's aircraft, and indeed Himmler's, but I'll do Hitler's. And I've just discovered it's going to be probably the easier of the two anyway, notwithstanding the way this kit is configured is for a military aircraft. Hitler's was, of course, a personal transport. Now, if you look at the windows here, that's not so much of a, because what I'm thinking about now, actually, here's something further to consider. Doors. Is there a door that I can... Yeah, there it is. Now, what I want to do is maybe see if I can get that door out, so that I can leave it open and show off an interior if I make one, a proper interior. Option 2, not worry about it and just build it, because in the bigger reality, almost no one's going to see it. Will practicality win out for a change? Very probably. Very good. Yeah, it's what's the line I'm looking for from Family Guy? Because it's one of Peter's former teachers. Peter's taken, somehow yoinks his medication away from him, and he ended up throwing condor eggs, endangered condor eggs off of, I believe they are endangered anyway, off the roof of the high school, and was, oh my God, he's going to wipe that species off the face of the earth. Gets the response, no, Lois, the janitor will do that later. Yeah, I'm inclined to think, maybe I can just, for a change, cut myself a break, so that I can get a few other bits and bobs done. Now, this doesn't come with pilots, and in this instance, you'd probably get a decent view of the buggers. So I might see if I can track some down from somewhere. I'm sure I have some handy. Interesting. Aha. Alrighty, but pretty chipper with that. A lot of this can be made to look very cool, and it will too. One thing I do have to speculate about for my own edification is, because if you look at step 1 here, what the hell are these things? This is why I'm speculating. I mean, you wouldn't have them in fact, I know they didn't have them in his personal aircraft. So, rubbing. Oh, they do give a bit of a H12. What's that? I always find it a little frustrating. Oh, hey, there we go. Hang on. Flat black. And those chunky things are meant to be what? Here we go. What the hell are they? The mind boggles. Anyway. So, that's the Condor. Now, next. I still have a couple of things I can actually get onto here. So we'll pop all of this away first. I would suggest I'm heading for a short stream today because it's only been 40 minutes, and got the unboxing done. There we go, that way. I can see why they called it the Condor. God damn, boy. Now, what we can do, just get this in and that out the way. Come here, you. I ask you. You get the option on this to do a Condor in Soviet markings. Nah. Particularly when I've got the option on Hitler or Himmler. Let's face it, as I said, big names. Deplorable people, big names in history. Now, oh. Ha! All right, now, things to do. Things to do. We're going to move the camera back for a moment. You're going to see my arm for a moment. That's just on there because I varnished it this morning. Dropped it again. That wheel's got to fix that then. But that's okay because a lot of what we're about to do can be done while it's drying. That's okay. I dropped it again. Caught it again. I tell you, man. Yeah. Now let's just get this out. It's not varnishing again. And let me just move in. Is that stable? Yeah, that one's good. That's actually stable. It's just that isn't. Or, no, it's not that stable. All right. So what we're going to do is a couple of things here, kids. Now, happily, this shouldn't take too long. And then we can put the glass or the light things in there. There's a couple of little bits. We can even tidy that up just a touch. Now, yeah, I tell you, one thing I will give myself points for, catching it and not breaking it completely. I actually did in fact, what I'll do there is I actually did a Facebook post because years ago, I had a lot of good attributes as a rugby player, but my hands weren't that good. I was good in the scrums. I was good in the rucks and mauls. I was good at tackling. And one year my captain came up and said, "Mate, we are going to turn you into a battering ram." I said, "Okay." He spent the summer with me, tossing me rugby balls from all manner of positions. And I came to have the hands of a god. And thankfully, with this little critter, still do. All right. That's that back at the right angle. Now, let's get this fixed. Now, what I'm thinking, I might go for a thin glue, quick dry, on getting that back up onto there, and hopefully it will hold. It only takes a few seconds is the theory. So we'll see if that happens for us, happily. And if it does, we can then strengthen the binds at the bottom more easily and da-da-da. While that's drying, there's a couple of things that need to go on the side here. We'll get that done. Now, give me a moment. Here's our quick dry. Now, just going to hold that for a moment. A bit longer. That's at least staying put. That's a good start. Oh, hey, Stephen, how are you doing? Now, I finished unboxing the Condor and came to the interesting discovery that modding the aircraft so that I can put Hitler's markings on to make it his personal transport is in fact going to be very easy. There we go. That's going to hold better just once it's dried anyway. That could, I've met you before, mate. It could well be. That would make perfect sense. And that could then potentially, because there are some parts on it that had me speculating as to whether it was a galley. And if that's what they are, I would suggest that it is entirely possible that that is a galley. You can certainly see why, because I know the Condor, that's not a Condor there, but I know the Condor was, curses, was used as a airliner before the war. And in my opinion, that's probably why it wasn't a great bomber. I mean, would you convert a 747 into a bomber? Not really. Oh, you bitch. This kit's been a bit of a frustration for me. Yeah, very good. I sometimes wonder if the world wouldn't have been better off if someone had indulged his ego in the Vienna School of Art. But never mind. You can imagine the discussions. Oh, he's simply not good enough. Yeah. But if we don't, he will cause a genocide. Well, I'm being a bit wrong there, aren't I? Or am I just telling it how it is? I don't know, one of the two. Come here. Yoink. And breathe. And oh, you can't. As you can gather, people, bad language is perfectly acceptable on my streams. All right, we're going to let that settle for a bit. That's not the angle it's meant to be at. But once it settles a bit more, we'll get that back on properly. Very annoying. Very annoying. Yes. But I reckon you're on the money with that extended range fuel tank caper. I'm still in two minds as to whether to create to fully deck out a sort of like a sitting area if I'm going to do Hitler's. Part of me wants to. Part of me is going, now, mate, you're doing your own. You're making a rod for your own back there. And yeah, I probably am, but you know. All right, that's starting to settle already. I'm not going to rush that though. While I'm here now, what we're going to do first is, I do want to do them first. Hell with it. The hell with parliamentary procedure. Sorry, that's a... Okay, now, this, there is a distinct difference. Give me a moment. This is something that came off when I dropped it. It wasn't without, well, obviously it wasn't without damage because of that. This is I have to zoom in. That goes on the side there of near the cockpit on the C-47, and there is one that goes on the other side, but it's shattered when I try to trim it. Now this is one of a similar thing off of a lank. It's bigger across, but A, not entering in competition. B, we all know the rules. If someone gets picky about that shit, it's time for the baseball bat for them. Now what I'm thinking is I'll trim that side there. That's where I'll take it off, and I'll trim down there to keep it a similar sort of dimension to that. That'll be my theory. We'll see how we roll. Now, sprue cutters. And I might trim just... there's a bit of a poser. Give me a moment. Now, hopefully this doesn't shatter. Nope, we're lucky. Do you feel lucky, punk? Oh, fuck's sake. Having a bit of a day. Never mind, kids. Worst things happen at sea, they say. I personally wouldn't know. I've never been to sea. Oh, for fuck's sake. And I've dropped it again. And my patience is getting a bit questionable at this juncture. Now let's see if we can. Now we let that settle for a bit. It should be further forward if we can. That'll do it. We'll leave it there. I'll take that. Oh, you can't see what I was doing. Never mind. It was that wheel there needs to be at an angle, probably a bigger angle than that. But like I said, if it sits there, I'll take it. Now, getting back to this. Now you're over there. Just get that out of the way for a moment. And all right. Now zoom out a little. Okay, one at a time, I would suggest. Yeah, I'm not really going to be able to pull off two at a time. Am I? Then we'll get the lights in. And then might get that wheel bracket back on. We'll see how this all rolls out, kids. I'm going to flatten that down a bit. Just trying to tidy this a little. Now, actually, you know what I should do? Not this glue. Give me a moment. What am I doing, kids? What I'm doing, I should be using this glue. This is the glue for the occasion of this sort of caper. Crystal clear. What am I thinking? Now, toothpick. In fact, I'll get 2 toothpicks. One, two, eins, zwei. Und dann. Now, I'm not going to let a lot of glue, hopefully. Come here. There we go. Come here. Right. There we go, hopefully. Now, with it there, I'm just going to there's one. Now, I don't know if you can quite see that. You'll see there's a bit of white glue, but that will dry clear. So the concern is frankly not there. There's one. In fact, that's the one off the link. The one that should not fit. But looks like, or will look okay once the glue has dried. Zoom out. I tell you guys. Now, we'll do the other side. One thing I might want to consider is getting this a bit out the way. Where did I put? Hang on. There. Alrighty. So coming down. You stay there, by golly. Talking to the wheel. Yes, talking to inanimate objects always a sign of mental stability. Now. Oops. And this one It's a little trickier as far as... Oh no, we're good. And cross a bit, round a bit. Oop, that wasn't good. Onto my hand. Good catch. Oh, where's it gone now? Dear, oh dear. Now I have a problem. Let's get that out of the way so that I don't knock that over. There it is. Now I would suggest that we can just... Aha! That'll do it, I think, maybe. Not quite. Where's that toothpick gone? Oh, you bitch. There we go. That'll do it. Oops a day. Sorry, guys. There we go. Oh, hey, Penny. How you doing? All right. Now, wow. All right. That's them on. Next. Where are the clear parts? Here we go. These sprue cutters. Now, once I've got these in, yeah, I'll just wind the stream up because I've got like 3 pieces to be put back on, but they're on the other side, and I want that to dry. Now here's a question. Yeah, they have differing sides for these. There's different numbers now. I might just want to check that for my own edification. 50 goes into the right-hand wing, being that one. This is 51, being the left-hand wing, being that one. So, let's just have a quick look at the angle. I would say that goes in. Let's give that a bit of a file. Here we go. There. That's not helping either. Now, let's try that again. This is starting to annoy me. Come here, bitch of a thing. I mean, let's see. It's too wide. I am going to try one other thing though. It's at that angle. No, it's just too wide. Straight out too wide. Okay. Oh, yeah. Look, now I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting a bit grumpy with it all. And, it's just that sort of, it's at the point of small stuff pissing me off and I need stuff to dry anyway. And I'm grumpy. I'm going to wind the stream up. I don't like being grumpy when I stream. Or at least frustrated. Frustrated. I got the unboxing done. I have, that's not gone out. Excuse me, guys. Thank you, bloody thing. Even the camera's putting its bone up my rectum. I ask you, where is the love, kids? The other reason I'm winding up the stream is because I'm going to be doing a fair bit of filing, and that's just, I find filing so annoying. That's me. I hate filing. I really do. It's a pain in the ass. Ooh. Anyway, as I said, that's me done now. I'm not going to be on tomorrow. I've got a house inspection. Yay. For those who are going, what's a house inspection? In Australia, if you're renting every few months, they come around and have a look at your place to make sure you aren't destroying it and invade your personal privacy. Now I've gotten that out of my system. All right. However, that means I'll be back maybe Sunday, being your Saturday, depending where you are, or Monday definitely, and Monday it's B17 time. Now, after the inspection, and I've got my new compressor, airbrushing can happen. So I might get a fair bit of that done before the next stream so as we can get on with business on our B17. You can do airbrushing on the B17 as well, live. Yeah. Not necessarily that stream, but it's an option. You see where I'm going with this. I would think next stream would be dependent on how much airbrushing I got done between now and then, and we'll take it from there, I would say. And one thing I'm going to do is just move this door, C47 door, from I forgot what I was waffling about, distracted myself, but yeah, I'd say depending on how much airbrushing we get between now and done, then will affect as to what we do next. We may do airbrushing on the stream. We may do assembly on the stream. It will depend. But I will be on one of those 2 days, and it will be the B17. Ich habe gesprochen. Ja. Yeah, once the B17's done, which will be a few weeks, I should think, 2 weeks maybe, if we're lucky, then I will go on to the Lavochkin. And yeah, after that, it's time to hit the Mustangs. And indeed, a Messerschmitt. But now that we've got all of that done, and all that spiel said, and all the rest of it, thanks for watching. I appreciate you putting up with my grumpiness because I didn't have a great day today. Any first-time viewers, feel free to hit follow, like, or subscribe. I'd be grateful. If you'd like to track me down on other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Robster the Builder on Instagram, Twitch, and Discord, and Rob the Builder and Food Monster on Twitter. Follow, like, subscribe. Boom. Alrighty. As I said, that's me done for today. Thanks again. And I will catch you, good people, on either of early Sunday, late Saturday, or early Monday, late Sunday, depending what part of the world you're in. Although if you're in Australia, that would be Sunday morning and not early. Monday morning, not that early. Alrighty, that's me done. Thanks for watching, and I shall catch you later. See yous.